Hey everybody, and welcome to the deck breakdown, the meta breakdown of the Dutch Open. The Dutch Open was a tournament held this Saturday under the old ban list in the Netherlands. We had over 100 people, 124 to be precise. And it was an 8-round tournament hosted by me or Spel Meer, a local shop in the Netherlands. Please check us out. And then also shoutouts to the vendor CardGuild that was over there as well, selling their singles, which is also an amazing seller, so please check them out. So the Dutch Open, we played 7 rounds of Swiss, and we ended up being taken over by Luxembourg because Anthony Lopez Temporaro won the Dutch Open, a Luxembourger. Second place was Jawad from Belgium. Third place, finally a Dutch person, Bart. And fourth place we had Everton, which is considered both a Belgian and a Dutch person. So yeah, we'll have all mixed nationalities at the Dutch Open. The event was very great. I have had lots of feedback and I had a lot of fun myself. I was the organizer over there, so I had to stand by and watch all the people play. But it was really fun. Thank you all for coming again. You know who you are. And yeah, let's go to the breakdown of the decks. So Anthony Lopez Temporaro, first place Sky Strikers Luxembourg, Team Alibaba. Of course we played with the old list, so this deck still has 3 Widow Anchors. The reason because I wanted to show the decks of the tournament was to, have kind of a reminder of what the format was like, what the cards and the decks were like. And there are also a lot of nice decks that will come in, deck lists that come in handy in the next format, like Salamangreat and Invoked, stuff like that is not hit on the ban list. But here we have Strikers. Anthony decided to play a basic lineup. He played the Goods package. He played 1 Mystic Mine in the main deck, 2 Pot of Desires, which is kind of spicy, 2 Shark Cannons, and there can only be 1, because that is kind of how the Sky Striker deck is being played right now. If you look towards the side deck, the extra deck, some special things. We have Mega Fleet, of course, for Cyber Dragon Orcust, which is a scary matchup. We have the Dingirsu when you take over Galatea with Widow Anchor or with Shark Cannon. We have Hita, Burl Sword, etc. All basic good stuff. He decided to play 2 DD Crow, 2 Pankratops, 2 Bellas, 3 Shared Right, 3 Twin Twister, and 3 Lancias. Basically for the Orcust format, of course, and the mirrors. He said the deck was really nice, worked out really well, and it's basic, it's nice, it's clean, it's Sky Strikers as we know it. Nothing really special, but of course the format is so defined by now that what are you gonna do really? Second place is kind of surprising. We have Jawad Ramni. Second place, Salamangreat from Belgium. He is a player for Team United Gosus. Jawad is really, really well known in the Dutch community, Belgian community, and he's beginning to get noticed in the other countries. He went to America for the YCS and stuff like that. He's a great guy, and I'm really happy to feature his list. He's basically playing Salamangreat with the Flame Buffalo packages. He's maining some hand traps. He's maining 3 Ash, 1 Ogre, and 2 Nibiru. Why only 2 Nibiru? I really have no idea. I guess 3 bricks, I guess. I really like the mentality of just playing cards in weirder ratios, just like the OCG really does. Besides that, normal Salamangreat cards. He's playing enemy controller in the main as well, which is also quite spicy for the deck. This triggers Gazelle, and it takes over boss monsters from your opponent, lets you link through, and of course Spinny can summon itself back, so stuff like that is really great to tribute for enemy controller. For the extra deck, it's also quite basic. The Transcode Update Jammer package with Burrow Load. Side deck, also quite self-explanatory. The Artifacts package coming real nice. The Gamma Shells are strong in this meta because there was a lot of things you can just Gamma Shell away, like Galatea, stuff like that. So this is one of the decks that will come in handy next format because Salamangreat is not hit on the new ban list. Maybe it will kind of differ from what it looks like now, because I think like stuff like enemy controller is great for taking over Sky Striker monsters or the Kaijus as well, and of course that's going to leave the format. So the next deck is actually Salamangreat as well. We have Cy Everton, 3rd place. He's from Suriname. As noted here, he's also Belgian or Netherlands. It's open for discussion. He's from the Team Outpost card game crew. And here we see we are He plays a different list than Jawad. He's maining the Phantasme, only 2 buffer low. Lady Debug is in there, which is a great card, of course. He's maining Called by the Graves, which we didn't see in Jawad's list. He's maining back row removal as well. The enemy controllers return here, which is quite interesting to see, because apparently that's what Salomon Great is going now for. The extra deck is also quite the same, except we miss Hida. He replaced it with Appaloosa. And in the side deck, there is no artifact package. Instead, he's going for a more flexible thing. He put the Nibiru's in there. The 2 Nibiru's, 1 Ogre, which is apparently something Salomon Great players play. The 3rd Cyclone, 2 Mind Control, 2 Twin Twister for back row removal. The 1 of the Decrow, I really like the Decrow myself, so it's good to see it in there. 4th place is Bart Ladru. Bart, yeah, I have a video of him on my channel talking about the deck. I really like this deck. It's pure invoked. He's from the Netherlands. Team Hoodcake, shoutouts. He's playing 3 Alistair in the main deck, 3 Invocation, 3 Meltdown, so maxing out on the invoked stuff. And then you see only 3 Ash and a Spellbook Boy, so no lights, kind of spicy for a deck like invoked. He's playing Called by the Grave, and he's maining the card because, his own words, Alencia kills the deck, so we play 3 Called, and of course it is good in this meta. The back row removal, Instant Fusions, which are quite special, we'll talk about that in a bit. The 3 Desires for consistency and the Spellbook package for consistency. Book of the Law for the OTK. And then we have the Impermanences and the Solemn package, and there can only be 1. Then onto the extra deck for more explanatory reasons. He's playing Kaliga for the Orcust matchup, which it's nice to make first turn, or it's nice to make with their Orcust monsters, because of course Invocation banishes from the grave. Megalankia for the OTK, 3 Mekaba, 2 Purgatrio, Ragin, and here we have the spicy card, which basically won my heart, Musician King. This card is a light spellcaster, level 5, so he is summonable for instant fusion, and since he's a spellcaster, you can also link him away for Crowley, which is also an extra deck to start up your spellbook engine. Then we have Thousand Eyes for the instant fusion, of course, Alistair, there's Crowley, Lambda, then we have Army Rush, and then we have Secure Gardna. For those of you who don't know, Secure Gardna is a Link 1 monster. You can summon him by sending, or by using a, I think it's Cyverse monster, so you summon Alistair, search Invocation, make Almirash, then link Almirash away for Secure Gardna. Secure Gardna has no relevant effect, except for the fact that he cannot be used as a Link monster, but he's light. So you summon Alistair, you make Almirash, you make Gardna, then you have a fire in your grave, you have a light on your field, you can just go for Megaba. You set the back row, strikes, judgment maybe, there can only be 1, then you pass your turn to your opponent, because this is going first invoked, which is basically a thing now. I really like this deck. It's really nice knowing that this deck has a place in the format. Bart went 6-0 during the main event, and he got beaten by Anthony in the finals, and I just have to say this is impressive. Yeah, the video of his deck is up on my channel if you want to hear him talk about it real quick. Musician King, it's great. In the side deck we have Lancias, because it's the best card this format. We have the Super Poly package, Mind Control for linking stuff, and back row removal for back row decks, because that's the format as well. 5th place is Max Segers playing Sky Strikers. This is quite a different list from the number 1. Max is playing the, what's it called, Toon package. He's playing 3 Toon Table of Contents and 1 Toon Cyber Dragon for the Mega Fleet. So you can link away your opponent's stuff, or in the mirror, for example. You can link away their Shizuku. And it fills your grave up with spells. He doesn't play this. He plays this over the Food Imperial Goods combo, which is quite interesting to see that he just completely cut it. Of course, this works the same way, so it's really nice. We saw this at the beginning of the Sky Striker format, and it's interesting to see it coming back in the very end. One other thing I noticed over the deck list from Anthony, he's playing Ego Booster, which Anthony isn't playing. I didn't ask Anthony why he's not playing it, which is quite interesting for not displaying the card, of course. It's a flex spot, so he can just diver from deck list to deck list. Max's deck list, side deck was filled with hand traps, Lancias, Didi Crow, Bella, Ogre. Shared Right is coming back again, and he's playing Typhoon and no other back row removal. So he's maining the Cyclones and the Typhoons for stuff like Secret Village or True Draco. Pascal Wintjes, 6th place, Lunalight Orchestra, also from the Netherlands. This is a pretty self-explanatory Lunalight deck, focusing around Curious, sending away Imperial Order. In the side deck we notice Eradicator and Summon Limit for the same combo, stuff like that. What I thought was really interesting is the Gnome material on the side deck, which is making a comeback, of course. I'm not sure if it will stay after the ban list, because Gnome material on a Nightmare is basically you won the match. Because a deck like this can just OTK through it. The Kaijus in the main deck are kind of spicy as well, and of course Azeroth combo in the side deck, extra deck. We go on to Kim Kampenhout, 7th place, Belgium, Team Hermelijn, playing pure Orcust with quotation marks pure. Maining 3 Nibiru, maining 2 Super Poly. This deck is really versatile. It can go first, it can go second, because he has the Instant Fusion Winda combo, or he can just summon Thousand Eyes going second. Lots of different things this deck can do. Side deck is really nice artifact package combined with Erupt, or with Trap Trick, so 2 Sanctum, 2 Trap Trick, or 2 Eradicator, 2 Trap Trick to go first. It's basically a really flexible deck. It's meant to play through anything, and it's meant to combo off turn 1, so I like it. The 8th place here is Kevin Hendricks from Belgium as well, Team Hermelijn. Same team as Kim, playing the same deck as Kim. Small differences, he's maining some other cards. Let me just see real quick. I think it's basically the same, actually. Comparing it. Oh yeah, Kim isn't playing Phantasmes in main. Oh yeah, I see. And Kim's maining Mathematicians. No, what is it? What's the difference here? I can see it for some reason. No Ash. Ah yeah, he's playing Phantasme over Ash. Fair enough. Same side deck, no materials making a return here as well. The Trap Tricks, the Erupts, the Artifact Engine, extra deck's basically the same. Congratulations to both players of both teams, and thank you for making the Dutch Open a little bit more Belgium. So as you can see, not many Dutch people for some reason at the Dutch Open. It's really nice for all of the foreign people to come over, and I really appreciate it. I just personally would have liked a Dutch winner for this event, but oh well. Anthony is really a great guy and he played really well, so well-deserved first place. For some of the meta breakdown, we had 25 Orcusts, which was the most represented deck. 16 of them were pure, along the lines of the decks like Max or Kim. We have 6 Lunalight Orcusts, which was also quite popular. We had 2 Cyber Dragon Orcust players and 1 Atlantean Mermal Orcust player. The 2 other most represented decks were Sky Strikers and Salamangreat, both 13 players, which 2 of each deck topped, which is really nice. Other decks represented where we have a lot of Pendulum. Let me check real quick. We had 8 Pendulum players. We had 4 Magical Musket players, which also was quite represented. We had a lot of True Draco players. We had 10 True Draco players. 7 of them were Belgium, so that says a lot, I think. For some really weird reason, nobody is playing Thunder Dragons at our event. We had 6 Thunder Dragon players, which is kind of weird because everybody seems to be playing it. And the last well-represented deck was Rockets, or the Link Dragons, which was represented by 5 players. Which is why Agripane is here, of course, leaving the format. So it's going to be interesting what this deck can do. They still have access to LP and Pisty, which is nice for the deck. But their power play from Agripane vanishes from existence. So what does that do for the format? Well, Striker is gone, Orcus is gone, or at least Splashing Orcus is gone. Pure Orcus, of course, is still a thing. The Pendulum decks will also be hit, of course, with the Agripane hit. But yeah, Alistair is here because Bart True made some real spice choices, and Alistair has been around for a while and it's coming back, so I'm really interested to see what this card does in the future. Sky Strikers, of course, isn't dead. The 1 Widow Anchor limit, yeah, it hurts the deck. It really hurts the deck, that's all I can say. What direction will it go now? It's really hard to say. More floodgates, combo, is it basically an engine now? It definitely still exists. Where does it go? Who knows? Thunder Dragons, of course, no hits. So we're gonna see Colossus here for the next format until 2020. True Draco is still at large, of course. It was represented at the Open, and it will, of course, be represented after. We have Pendulum Electromite right here, which is still a great deck. The Endymion engine really has done miracles for the deck, and well, since Trivis unbanned, we'll maybe see someone top with it soon. I have Guru here because it's my favorite deck personally, and it has a lot of options right now because the Sky Striker got hit, which was its hardest matchup. So yeah, what does the future do? Where does it go? Where does the format go right now? Nobody knows. The banlist comes in today actually, on uploading date. I will be playing locals and I will be reporting on those. I'll attend regionals, of course, and I'll try to make as much videos as possible about the new format to just see where things go. I think it's going to be control based because pure Thunder Dragons isn't really a combo deck anymore, and things will be going back and forth between players during the next format. So yeah, that was the video. That was the Dutch Open. Again, shoutouts to everyone who went. Shoutouts to the vendor. Shoutouts to CardGuild, Spel, Meer. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to host this event. I hope you liked this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will be putting links to the CardGuild page, Spel Meer page, to the deck profile of Bart. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. If you like content like this, please leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one.